Dracula's super scary Halloween. The werewolves were howling on Halloween night, while skeletons danced in the spooky moonlight. The goblins and ghouls had been out for all hours, flaunting their foul, supernatural powers. And watching it all, Count Dracula laughed. He was in for the night. Now it's time for my bath. But inside the tub, he got scared for new reasons. He discovered a lump in his nether regions. In his heart, he felt fear. In his brain, he felt glum. Worst of all, he felt something there in his scrotum. It was hard as a stone. It was round like a pea. So he stayed up till 4, reading through WebMD. The next evening he woke, it felt like a bad dream. Now he wanted to cry, and he needed to scream. He felt sick to his stomach. A chill ran down his back. Curse the unwanted bump that I found in my sack. The Count met with a doctor that very same day. They tested his testes and took an X-ray. They planned the procedure and hoped for removal, but first they would need his insurance approval. Soon the doctor stepped out to consult with her nurse, so Dracula waited and imagined the worst. This fear isn't fun. This terror's too real. It's too much for me. I just cannot deal. Panic set in and the visit was done. They said to be patient, take each day one by one. As Drac walked on alone, he focused on healing. But once he got home, he ate all his feelings. He ate saltines and salsa and laughing cow cheese. He crammed cupcakes and Fritos and Chef Boyardees. He ate fistfuls of cake mix, grabbed a bag of red vines, then made an exception and washed it down with some wine. Despite his best efforts, the feeling did persist. And that ball in his throat, it was like a tight fist. This just isn't fair. He let out a cry. I don't want to be sick. I'm too young to die. Am I being punished? Am I under a curse? Or is this just random? I don't know which is worse. His mind filled with memories, his eyes filled with tears, recalling rivalries from the past 500 years. They'd charged at his castle in all-out attacks, with torches and garlic and religious knickknacks. He had escaped these assassins throughout his career. Now he'd come face to face with the worst of his fears. All the ways I could die, of every way I could go, to be mocked, to be slain by a microscopic foe. The depression hit hard. He sank into a slouch. There was no getting up from this sectional couch. Inside the famous vampire, an emptiness grew. There was still so much more that I'd wanted to do. Drac got his chemo and received radiation. He journaled each day and practiced mindful meditation. After 26 weeks, he'd done all that he could, and the doctors declared his prognosis looked good. If you'll pardon the phrase, it felt like a new dawn, for the treatment had worked. Now the tumor was gone. And the next Halloween, Dracula felt enchanted. The evening was magic. He took nothing for granted. Thanks to medical science and the care of his friends, he'd been given one more chance. Yes, his world did not end. Now his mind was at peace, and his heart, it felt free, and his life could go back to how it used to be. And the moral he shared, the advice he suggested. Don't forget to get screened. Don't be scared to get tested.